We're the largest privately held office supplier in the country right now, and it's coming out of Brockton, Massachusetts.
Kenworth has had a good experience in Brockton. The big selling point for Kenworth going to Brockton was easy highway access and a city that would be easy to work with to get a nicely renovated facility up and running quickly.
This is home. We love where we're at right now. And why would anybody not want to come to Brockton and go out there and try to shoot for the same kind of dreams with their company?
Business investments are helping to build a new Brockton.
In Brockton, we swing for the fences so we can touch home.
We coach in Brockton to instill the teamwork that builds a great winning tradition.
We do business in Brockton because here you can find a taste of home away from home.
We keep our company in Brockton because we love this city.
I study and learn in Brockton to achieve my goals.
When Brockton is home, everything is within reach.
Bill Carpenter is a 32-year resident of Brockton and the father of 6 children. Previous to becoming mayor, Bill served 4 years on the Brockton School Committee, where he was also co-founder of the Independence Academy, serving teenagers who are re-engaging their education while receiving treatment supports for substance abuse disorders. He's always been active in the community, the former radio voice of Brockton High School sports for more than 17 years. Not everybody knows it, but he's also been a former professional boxing ring announcer, announcing more than 100 nationally televised fight cards, and he's known nationally for this effort in the past. Bill Carpenter has served for over 5 years and is presently in his 3rd term while serving as mayor of the city of Brockton. His administration has established a new economic development team which has developed a long-term vision for Brockton's future, a blueprint for Brockton and the Downtown Action Strategy. And the mayor has substantially increased investment in public safety and has created a 21st century crime fighting strategy and has also created new sources of revenue. Mayor Carpenter's revitalization efforts are attracting new investment and increased economic opportunity for the businesses and residents throughout the city he represents. Today, Mayor Carpenter's voice is heard nationally. In June of 2018, the United Conference of Mayors ranked Mayor Carpenter as 2nd most vocal mayor in the country on the subject of education. Fourth most vocal mayor on gun violence, and 6th most vocal mayor on tackling the opioid epidemic. Mayor Carpenter is recognized statewide as a leader in fighting the opioid crisis and was the only mayor selected by Governor Baker to serve on the governor's opioid addiction working group. He has also received national recognition for his efforts to address the opioid crisis and has been presented and represented the city in his efforts before the 2016 National League of Cities Conference, Harvard Medical School, and Harvard's Kennedy School of Government. Please help me in welcoming Mayor Bill Carpenter.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Great to be here with you. Chris just told me my time is up, so I spent all that time preparing. First, I'd like to thank the Chamber for the invitation to spend a few minutes with you today. I am thrilled to be here at Southeastern Regional Technical School, in addition to the great workforce development things that you heard about the Technical Institute. Southeastern Regional Vote Tech, I've always looked at as being another Brockton school. Over 60% of the students here are Brockton residents, and I am a huge supporter of the mission here. They do a great job, and at this school, students still graduate with an opportunity to go on to college, but they also graduate with a marketable job skill. And I think that is really the direction that education is going in this country. And I want to thank OCES for sponsoring. They're a favorite organization of mine. My dad is almost 92 years old, still lives on his own, and he would not be able to do it if not for the services he gets from OCES. So I very much appreciate what they do in the entire region. And I do want to be sure to mention, I see Senator Mike Brady here, and I don't think he got his shout out earlier, so Senator Mike Brady is here with us today also. So in Brockton, we've worked hard to market and promote Brockton as a 21st century city that is affordable, safe, transit-oriented, and a perfect place to raise a family or operate a business. We're investing heavily in economic development, crime fighting, our infrastructure and roads, and in educating our youth. And all of these investments are leading to a substantial change of the tide in Brockton. The conversation on residency in Brockton is changing. Today, people are choosing to live in Brockton. And this is big news for Brockton, as it suggests not only that we are a viable, affordable alternative to Boston and its neighboring communities, but that the city's perception is changing. We're rebranding and writing a new story, one that is attractive to first-time homebuyers, families, and professionals looking for a place to locate. Findings from Brockton's recent participation in the Neighborhood Lift program offered by Wells Fargo indicate a very positive trend. The Lift program was a down payment assistance program where folks qualified for a grant for down payment assistance. It was offered statewide, or in 5 counties statewide. And of the 5 counties in Massachusetts in the program, more people bought homes in Brockton than in any other community, and by a wide margin in that program. Of the $6 million that was allocated statewide in that program, about $1 million of it was allocated in down payment assistance to families who chose to purchase homes in Brockton. And that $1 million of down payment assistance of those the 47 families, what was exciting for us is 36 of the 47 came from outside the city and moved into Brockton. And to think that of $6 million statewide, $1 million of that was funneled into purchasing homes in Brockton. And for the 3rd consecutive year, Brockton has led the metropolitan Boston housing market in the number of single-family homes purchased. And clearly, affordability is a big factor in that. But it's not the only factor. It's our schools, it's our 3 hospitals, it's our public transportation, it's the easy access to Boston, it's highway access, that we are offering the things that home buyers are looking for at an affordable price. And while this surge in single-family home purchases is spiking up in Brockton, simultaneously in 2019, this year, you will see an unprecedented surge in the creation of market rate rental properties in our downtown. In fact, 250 units of market rate housing are already scheduled for construction in 2019 in the city of Brockton, right in our downtown business district. And just to share a quick story from this week as to how much interest we're garnering. I see Robert Jenkins is here with the Brockton Redevelopment Authority. They're a partner of the city's and particularly helping to get some of the long-term vacant properties downtown redeveloped. And 19 Main Street is one of those properties that the city directed to the BRA for redevelopment. And this week, 3 bona fide offers from 3 different developers competing for the same piece of commercial property in downtown Brockton. When was the last time you heard a story like that? We are actually in the position of having to review and select the best proposal because we have multiple suitors for the property. Our downtown action strategy is it's built around the mixed-use model. That's what's worked in other cities like Brockton. It's reestablishing the business district on the ground floor, but developing housing above it, and with market rate housing providing customers with disposable income for the businesses that are coming back into the downtown. And right at the foundation of that strategy is transit-oriented development. We have, not just in the downtown, we have 3 commuter rail stations in the city of Brockton. But in our downtown, it's transit-oriented development using smart growth housing zoning 40R to develop that housing. When our administration came in 5 years ago, there was an existing 40R district in the downtown, but since that time, we have tremendously expanded the size of that 40R district downtown. We've added a second 40R smart growth district. And as we develop the blueprint for Brockton, the master planning process has been going on for a couple of years now. You will see our vision is for additional 40R smart growth districts around the other 2 commuter rail stations to foster redevelopment in those neighborhoods. And it's a key part of our strategy. This housing is attracting professionals who are looking to walk to the commuter rail station to commute to work. And transportation is one of our keys. And we're very well positioned because of the fact that we have our own regional transportation agency, the Brockton Area Transit, that directly links our public transit system into Boston. So not only are we marketing to people who want to live walking distance to the train station, but in fact, you can live almost anywhere in Brockton and take public transportation down to the hub right across the street from the commuter rail station and commute back and forth to Boston without the use of a car. We know that for the strategy to work, we have to have a walkable, livable downtown, a place where people want to live. And so one of the many things we've done to further that goal is we've adopted the Complete Streets program from the state, because as we're redeveloping streets and infrastructure, we're creating walkable streets, streets that are for multiple modes of transportation. And as you see some of the work being done in the near future, and some that's been done already in the downtown, you'll be seeing accessible sidewalks, bike lanes. The infrastructure improvements we're making as part of this redevelopment include charging stations for electric vehicles, because we know that's going to be a trend in urban areas. So we are building with the infrastructure in mind the lifestyles of the folks that we're looking to attract to live in the downtown. We're supporting housing choice legislation along with the Smart Growth Alliance and the Mass Housing Partnership, because we know for this to work, we need denser housing neighborhoods in the urban districts, and we need supports to rehab vacant properties. It's not just about new construction in a city like Brockton. It's about historical preservation and bringing back distressed properties. And that's taking place every day in our city. We're also working with Mass Inc. to support the Neighborhood Stabilization Act, because that will dramatically increase the amount of money that's invested into the HDIP program. And HDIP is double the amount of money. HDIP is a state incentive program specifically for gateway cities to provide incentives to developers to develop market rate housing in gateway cities. And we need that type of program so that when we're working with developers, they can make their numbers work. And we need the support of that program. Brockton's revitalization is more than just housing, though. It's also revitalization of our city's economy. Today, investors see value in Brockton's underpriced commercial property. We're a city, and one of few cities in this Commonwealth, that can say that we have surplus water and sewer capacity. We can use that to attract all types of development, including commercial development. And I think perhaps the most exciting piece of news recently in that area is the fact that we had established and approved 4 opportunity zones. 4. And that's a new program that is going to drive investment capital into those zones with substantial federal tax breaks for investors. And think about where we've got these opportunity zones. One is out near the 24 corridor, around the Good Sam Hospital, that area, because we see a future there built around a life sciences hub. Another zone covers the Brockton Fairgrounds, so that whatever the future development of the fairgrounds turns out to be, investors are going to have a great incentive to invest there. And our other two opportunity zones cover our downtown. And already there are 2 new housing projects on the drawing board, mixed-use projects, I should say, that are already working on meeting the qualifications for an opportunity zone to qualify as a qualifying investment in an opportunity zone. And you know, our healthcare industry sector, our food manufacturing and food distribution industry, they're thriving in Brockton today. You know, Brockton's a city of just about 100,000 folks. We have 3 full-scale hospitals in a city of 100,000. And we believe that with the strategic location, highway access, Boston, Providence, and those 3 hospitals, that there's an opportunity for Brockton to attract the life sciences industry. And we're currently working closely with the MIT Grad School of Urban Studies, along with the Mass Life Sciences Center, in helping us do the research and to develop the strategies and to take the first steps to make that a reality. And the Chamber is a partner in this effort too. The Chamber recently commissioned a report that highlights the potential of an Exit 18 life sciences hub in Brockton and the viability of it. I believe that the prosperity generated by the life sciences industry in Cambridge and Waltham can be shared with a gateway city like Brockton. So we are making historic progress on the revitalization of our downtown and successful economic development throughout the city. There's been an undeniable shift in how people perceive Brockton. We have spread a very positive and constructive message highlighting Brockton's unique attributes that appeal to first-time homebuyers, that appeal to business owners, and that appeal to commercial investors. Because today in 2019, we are moving Brockton forward. Thank you.
We're the largest privately held office supplier in the country right now, and it's coming out of Brockton, Massachusetts.
Kenworth has had a good experience in Brockton. The big selling point for Kenworth going to Brockton was easy highway access and a city that would be easy to work with to get a nicely renovated facility up and running quickly.
This is home. We love where we're at right now. And why would anybody not want to come to Brockton and go out there and try to shoot for the same kind of dreams with their company?
Business investments are helping to build a new Brockton.
In Brockton, we swing for the fences so we can touch home.
We coach in Brockton to instill the teamwork that builds a great winning tradition.
We do business in Brockton because here you can find a taste of home away from home.
We keep our company in Brockton because we love this city.
I study and learn in Brockton to achieve my goals.
When Brockton is home, everything is within reach.
We're the largest privately held office supplier in the country right now, and it's coming out of Brockton, Massachusetts.
Kenworth has had a good experience in Brockton. The big selling point for Kenworth going to Brockton was easy highway access and a city that would be easy to work with to get a nicely renovated facility up and running quickly.
This is home. We love where we're at right now. And why would anybody not want to come to Brockton and go out there and try to shoot for the same kind of dreams with their company?
Business investments are helping to build a new Brockton.